Well, in my defense, I literally died in one. Like, I went down and it literally snapped. Those things are easy to snap.
Yep. So we have transported into a lair. It's got some caves and stuff to it. So Drew says I will stay on the portal as long as I can, and keep it active. I only can do it for a few hours though. It's like if I have to step off, you're going to have to get the key from your half brother to reactivate the portal. So Vaden's like, I will try to get back as quick as I can. You know how my brother is about his favors. He's like, I'll never live it down, and who knows what I'll have to promise him if he has to help me get out. So Drew's like, I'm happy to help. You know how I like to keep things. He says, would you like me to create a psychic link between us, so that way if you want to dismiss me? He said, I promise I won't be intrusive. It's like I will just have it one way coming in. He goes, I trust you explicitly, Drew. It's like you've never let me down. So again, the Mind Flayer Drew sends signals to Vaden. And Vaden's like, can you hear me? And he goes like that. So and he goes through, and he leaves. Let's see if there's another one that I wanted. I thought there was another underground that I wanted. I don't want to have to pull up a whole brand new one just for. So Aiden comes out and he goes, all right, little one. It's like, you're allowed to move and roam freely. It's like I won't be able to fool or hide your presence from my brother, since he knew this day was coming along with me. So does the book pop out of your hand? It comes down. I had actually out here. Yeah. I had that out because I knew that was coming. Okay.
Wow, what people are here.
Yeah. So the dragon then pulls out his book of questions. And he says, is there an answer you seek to hope to maybe get a question? I would be glad to use my book to help you out if there's anything that you want a question to an answer. He said, we have a minute or two before my brother materializes in.
I don't know of anything right now. I'm just still awestruck, especially by seeing Omni. God, that felt weird.
Oh, you mean Omnis?
Yes.
So.
And Izod. I just wanted to fireball him.
So.
But I behaved.
So that Azad is probably the exact opposite of the Azad that you know in every way.
I noticed. That's the only reason I didn't fireball.
You're shaking the table
From your pocket.
Sorry.
So the cameras are shaking. So he says, in this world, you never know. There are certain beings that are called like divergents, where they come together and they're very similar, but their pasts have shaped them. But then there are some that are like infinites, to where you'll see hundreds of different variants of hundreds of different choices. Like in that Azad's world, Azad was a father to a great many of the heroes that you knew. Like he knew Drew. He knew like he is the dad of Drew. He is the dad of several of the people of Hubshan that you've associated with because there was no Drow war. It's like he didn't get caught up in that. It's just there the Drow and the Drow city and Hubshan are they're sister cities that work together in harmony, but there is no me there, and there was none me or my brother wasn't there. So there were many different things that are different, but they also have many bad things because in their world, Hubshan and the Drow city, that's the only place alive and left. The rest of the world was destroyed by the darkness, and until they were able to fight it off, and that was it. And the rest of the world is just scarred land. So it's they joke and call it Omegadolion because it was the end, but all they had was each other, and it couldn't get any worse. And they've moved forward. Sadly, like most realms that are destroyed in that, they eventually ran out of food and water, and many of those inhabitants, like that was a dead realm, and they were able to find a way and bring all these people to here. So after that, the portal closed, and the entire realm dissolved and ended. It says, "Be aware that realms live and die every day." And what we are trying to do is trying to make sure that ours also does not meet the same fate. So,
from the way you talked earlier, it should have never been created.
He's like, it never should have. So
Why was it?
So that's a story for another day when you are ready. But I will tell you, one of the liches from Omegadolion is one of the liches in your world.
Is or was?
It's like again, some things are meant to be discovered in its own time and relevance. Time is relative after all. So, in speaking with this, comes a great whoosh and portal, and woof, in comes. So, here comes Cronus. Cronus says, "Come in." He goes, "You're late, brother." So Vaden's like, "I've been waiting." He said, "No, I came because you were late. So I decided since you were late, I came in after you because I made you wait as long as you were going to make me wait." So
it's what you get for eating breakfast.
He looks over. It's like Cronus looks over and he says, "I see we have our book that we have been waiting for a long time. Is he as pleasant as he is in the future?" Vaden looks and he says, "Oh, he's just as polite and happy-go-lucky as you've seen." Vaden looks over and says, "That's sarcasm there, book." So the Time Dragon says, "That bad, huh?" So he says, "Remember, you're the one that said his fate isn't sealed." He's like, "I know. We've now come to the actual crossroads of his fate and his world." He says, "Did you do what I asked with the page?" So Vaden looks and says, "I still don't agree with this plan that you did, but yes, he has absorbed the book, or he absorbed the page. He absorbed the page of Sarek from his book. The God Killer book."
Oh. 16 on the inside.
So you don't like the idea that like the God Killer thing sounds a little bit like it put a target on your back?
No.
So, Cronus says, I can feel your apprehension, little one. We have been keeping this page for thousands of years past amongst different dragons, and because over time it hurts us and weakens us, and we lose things, so we pass it as long as we can. So your friend there, Vaden, held it for a long time, and before that, Highborn, and so on. It's a long list that we've sent it across multiple realms. So, in a great time, Sarek wrote a book that if you would read it, if you were a god, you would lose your power and followers to him, and eventually you would be able to be killed because of the chain effect that this thing would cause. In a great battle with Tyr, Tyr was able to smash the book with his great hammer, but it broke the binding and pages scattered all over. While they're not as potent, Sarek has been gathering them for many, many years. We have hidden these pages, many of these pages in your world, because there are not very many portals in your world. But we knew a time eventually that Sarek would find his way into your realm, which I believe, as you know, he has finally gained a foothold. So we have gotten followers there, and his power grows, and it's not unchecked. He has been searching for pages and having his followers search for pages. Thousands of years ago, we had a group of heroes that were trying to combat your version of the darkness. So these heroes wrote over Sarek's pages their stories and hid them scattered across several volumes. Sadly, this secret finally got out because and Sarek has found some of his pages, but he has still not found the master volume. And the master volume has a majority of his book that he's missing. But what he does not have is the table of contents, so to speak. That is what you have. He can never order his book into the proper potency unless he gets that page from you. Otherwise, he will just be guessing. And we figured it'd take thousands of years for him to guess. But little one, I do hate to tell you though that Sarek will be able to detect your presence if he gets close to you, close enough to you, or enough of his high priests. But
how close?
It's like within a mile. It's like that page is potent. Luckily, we had to wait until you were strong enough to be able to handle it and not be infected by the madness. Just be aware, if you were too emotional, it's like the madness of Sarek could infect you in ways that you don't know. But we believe that at this point you were strong enough that you could resist the most trying times. So we will teach you though some of the spells that are embedded in that page. Sadly, you cannot read that page yourself. Someone would have to read it to you, or you would go mad just from that one page. You know, if it is enough for a god to read a book and go mad and lose their signal, can you imagine a mortal or something with a soul that would actually do it too? That includes your allies. None of your allies could ever read that page, because if they do, they will lose all their magic instantly and then go crazy.
So that could be a gift or a curse.
Yeah. Cronus looks over. He says, your book scares me sometimes.
But I mean, let the wrong person read that page, and you don't have to deal with the wrong person anymore.
So this madness is not like what you think. It's like this madness is a plague upon that person and all around that person. So while we even sometimes jest on that, like the only thing that saves us is the fact that we're the type of dragons we are, and it doesn't affect us. But if you would let a greater being read that page, like they would lose all control. So it does not mean that they lose their magic, because they need the whole book and power. But like whole worlds have been destroyed thanks to this page and book. Sadly, we've had lesser dragons that have held that page for too long over the millennia. They end up destroying their own worlds because, well, it's like we were in folly believing how strong they were.
But you believe I can possess this without?
You cannot read it.
No.
So we finally found the perfect place, because like all us mortals that we've ever found, if you have the page, in time you will read it. It calls to you and it hollers to you. It's like it buries into your soul, and you will read it. I myself have read that page. It's like, so is Highborn, and so is Vaden, and we are all diminished for it. I myself will never become an ancient time dragon because I read that book, but I knew that was my fate. So Vaden also said, I too read the book, read the page, and I knew that the madness I saw was the death of my brother, but I couldn't stop it, and that was my curse from it. So, and by reading the book or that page, that's how come my brother was weakened enough to be captured by the darkness. So everything faded into this, but you must keep Sarek away from that page. But sadly, it's also good. We must make sure his followers do not gain traction, because right now he's not strong enough to come into the realm himself. But if he ends up taking control of the Drow and spreading all over the land, in addition, he'll eventually be able to materialize as an essence and be able to try to take it himself.
So we need to clear the followers without me getting close to them.
It's like, sadly though, it's like you need to have faith in others, because you need to understand that they will come for you no matter where, and the more followers they get, the more they're going to be around. It's like, we need you to be a beacon. That way, it's like a moth to a flame. They're drawn to the flame, but let you be the flame that burns them out when they get too close. It's like you and your companions can do this. And not to put stress on you, churches of Sarek have appeared in the east and the north, not just the Drow. And of course, the Drow city and their cities are all under attack also.
What's the best way to rid the followers?
Death.
They have to have a weakness.
Sarek is the god of lies and deception. It's like they feed on the duplicity, but they also believe they are superior. They taint and poison the mind. They are almost become shadows and wraiths of themselves. Their fanaticism, the more that they are, the more fanatic they are. So even though that they can detect you, they are not what they were. use that aggressiveness and their ego and combat them with the truth, because the truth hurts them just as much as the sun hurts the drought.
Interesting.
So we will train you. He says you can dismiss your mind frayer friend to go back. It's like, we will be here for a few days. It's like, and I will send you back. It's like, when it comes time. So that's what Cronus says. So he'll send you both back when the book is adequately prepared to do his quest. So
you're saying I gotta be nice to people.
the time dragon looks is like, it doesn't matter how you do it.
Just make sure it's done.
So like make sure it's done. And if you can get rid of cleric, if you can make sure that if there are no followers of cleric left in your realm, it's like that book and all those pages become worthless, and then Sarek will lose it forever. Then technically you'll be able to read the book and see how he was able to kill gods. I believe that someday that you'll need to kill a god yourself to keep Thetadolyon from falling fates of other realms similar. So, and with that, they're going to teach you some spells and some other things.